going down. Good morning, everyone. Yay! It's a nice Thursday morning actually. It's very, very cold out. It's been like minus 11 degrees, which is really, really cold, especially for Denmark as well. It's very cold. I contacted the hobby shop where I went yesterday because the other shop where I was supposed to call really didn't want to help me. So, okay, well, excuse me for interrupting your time. So I'll call the other one, and they're very, very helpful. And they told me that I was right, that it's not supposed to be smelling burnt, and yeah, it just does. So the thing is that the guy who sold the car to Silas, I'll text him now, and he has an iPhone as well, so I can see he received the message, he read the one, and I asked him, when can I call you, because this is completely wrong. The car is faulty, according to the shop where I went yesterday, and they said that's not right. So we want the money back for the car, and they can have the car back, so Silas can have the money and buy another car, which actually works. So that's what I'm waiting for now. I can see the guy read the text message, but he hasn't bothered to reply yet. He's probably very, very annoyed that I have been right in everything I said so far, and him trying to explain to me that I'm not. But yeah. Anyways, the guy sold him a faulty car, and Silas is not supposed to have a faulty car when he paid for a car, which is, according to the advert, was completely functional and worked perfectly, which it did not. So that's where we are now. Right now I'm just charging my LiPo batteries, and yesterday I couldn't find, I had two of these cables, one for each of these batteries. I couldn't find it, but Matthias found it this morning. I thought it was in the car, it was not. It was actually down the street outside Matthias' home. It fell out of my pocket apparently. But Matthias picked it up, it's all fine, nobody stepped on it or run over or anything, it's just perfect. So Matthias got it, and I can have it back whenever I go and see Matthias, which is great. So I'm really, really happy about that. Good luck, yay! Right, but I'm going to go and wash my car now because it's all wet and dirty. Not wet, it's dirty and full with salt, and I want to get all this salt off. And I got a whole load of screws, which is like rust proof or stainless, so I'm going to get those. And I also got my springs are not the best, you can see they're all rusted. Sebastian gave me his old springs because I got some new ones from him, so these here are much better. I'm going to put these on. Right, Sally.
Come here.
We're going into Sally's shop, Maxi soon. Come here.
Sally, come here.
Yeah. You know, aren't you? What's that you got there? Oh, snow. Yeah. Are we going in to get the ball for Rania? That tennis ball thing I talked about? We couldn't get it yesterday because we were quite busy, and I had Sebastian split around to help fix their cars, which now is broken because Sebastian just fried his ESC. Those two. Yeah, this is a good shop. We like coming here. But you got like, Sally, Sally, you cannot steal treats. You little minx. No? Well, she's very good.
She hasn't eaten them. She just went and sniffed.
You were close to eating them, were you? You wanted one of the last ones. Go down and say hello to Elsa. Come on. She'll be happy to see you. Hey guys. So I'm heading home. I just been up in the skate park and handing over Silas's Revo for him. We haven't still got any solution with that butthead who sold him the car. Such a fraud idiot. I wrote to them that I think it's disgusting behaviour in selling the car, and even the father is supporting the kid. Like, it worked perfectly. It did not work perfectly. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I even called up to an RC shop to ask them if I was right or they were right, and I was right, of course. I knew that because if you know a little bit about RC or power in general, you would know that if you have like a battery on 8.4 volts. It doesn't matter how many milliamps it has, because that will just extend the time the battery works. But the guy tried to tell me it was the other way around. Oh, no, it's a higher milliamps, so the battery is much stronger. Yeah, in driving time, but not in freaking power. So what I did is, I took off the two motors, which seemed to be faulty on that car, and I then put it on for that Emax I bought very, very cheap. The plan is I want to do that brushless. There's a very, very cheap brushless kit from Hobby King, which is an RC web shop. You can sell like batteries and all kind of things, spare parts I think as well, I'm not too sure. Planes, everything. But they have a kit there, a brushless kit, which I definitely want to put on the Max, and it's very, very cheap. So I think I'm going to be doing that. So I took off those two other engines and put them on Silas's car, and now it works. So the whole thing is, I want that guy who sold Sealers the car to give money back for at least covering a pair of brand new engines. So I wrote that to them. Still haven't heard from them, but it's just disgusting that people can be so horrible about cheating and stuff like that. It's not very nice. Creepy camera mode. About cheating and stuff like that, I'm getting a little bit sometimes annoyed with trades and giveaways and stuff like that. There was sometimes, I sent out a few times, I sent out parcels for some of you guys out there did trades with, or trades or sale or something like that. And twice the package has been lost in the mail, which is so freaking annoying. Well, that's what I believe it has, because I always say to people, let me know when you get it. And I normally tell them exactly when I ship it out and all that. And sometimes it just come and people just freak out on me and say, oh, you're scamming people. You tell them you do this and you do that. I said, well, I did actually do it. And most of the times I'm actually recording me doing it. I'm going to do that for the future now. If I'm going to send something in mail, I'm going to record it so people can't come and backfire at me and say I'm scamming them. I'm so disgusted by it. It really, really is bad. Also with the giveaways, if people win a fingerboard, they say I haven't received my fingerboard. Well, all I've done is to go to Four Corner Fingerboards, because that's the decks I give away, and I buy the deck, pay for it via PayPal. I don't have anything to do with the handling of it. That's all to Four Corner Fingerboards. And so on there, the only thing I do is pay for it. So I really am like a bit sad when people just freak out on me and say that I'm not. You are overtaken on a fully striped line, you butthead. I wish the police was here. He would have lost his license for that. But anyways, guys, I am not a scamming person. The thing is, if people want to order fingerboards from me, I make fingerboards whenever I want to. So when people are having an option of getting my fingerboards, it will be when I get time for it. That's also why I say when people want to do trade with me, fine, but don't send till I send first. If that's what we do. And sometimes, if it's a bigger thing, I will probably ask the person to send me first. But well, it doesn't matter. About the scamming part, I jump back and forth in this whole thing I'm saying right now. But whenever people say that I'm scamming and they haven't received the stuff, I mean, very often, how can I know they have if they actually received the stuff and just pretending that they haven't, so they can get me to send out another one? Because that's also, people can be scamming like that. I mean, that would be very, very annoying. I think one time I did send back, and then later on I found out. I mean, I made one deck once, and I sent it for a guy in a trade, and I got his parcel, and he claimed he never got it. So I made a new deck with a different design, and then later on I saw both decks in one video. That got me really, really pissed off, and I wrote to him, I said, you are not very nice. I mean, I said to him, you are a fucking scammer, because I can see in this video you got both decks, and all what he did is to block me on YouTube. So so those sort of people are out there as well. But never mind that, guys. I just hope that if we're going to do some sort of trade or whatever we're going to do, that we can be completely on about it. And just as long as you know that whenever I do fingerboards, if someone said, can you make me a fingerboard? That, yeah, but when I get time for it, guys, when I feel up to it. To start with, when I started making fingerboards, it was a lot of fun. And I really I couldn't make enough. It's just like, more. It was so much fun for my own collection. But then suddenly, because I made so many, I mean, if you've seen that order I made on 45 decks for Four Corner Fingerboards, after that I got tired of making fingerboards. And it's not just, it's just not the 5-minute project. So that's really why I don't really want to make decks at the moment, or it's only whenever I feel up to it. But besides that, I think it's become a very good success of me selling the decks on eBay. So I'm going to continue that, guys. And I know it might be a little bit annoying for some of you guys, but it's the way where it works for me the best. And what I do is I make up an auction and people can bid on it, because I think that's more fun. And people can just go ahead and see, I like that deck, so I can bid on that. If not, I put it on for a week and I ship worldwide. I think the first one or two I made wasn't made for worldwide shipping, so some people couldn't pay up, but I'm going to put it on again and relist it as a worldwide shipping item, so you have a chance to bid again, and then we'll have it going out. Alright? And that one is the actual iZilly deck, which is my first one I put for sale. It's going to be up again. I'm going to do that when I come home, so it will be up by now. Yeah, I can probably put a link down in the description. Alright guys, but I'm going home now. I'm going to have some sleep because I'm really, really tired. I didn't sleep much last night because I stayed up till way too late. I think I came to bed about 5:30 or something like that, and then up again about 11. And yeah, I know I said a while back that I'm going to change my bloody sleep pattern and try to go to bed about latest 1 and then get up again about 9. Haven't done that yet. Well, actually I did that when we went to Copenhagen and pick up my new Revo. Yeah. Alright guys, I'm gonna see you tomorrow. Sorry about a very, very boring video and only complaints and moaning and all that. And I just wanted you guys to know that I love you all. And thank you for being so awesome and subscribing to my channel. I mean, without you, I probably wouldn't be making videos anymore. And about my other channel, which you guys have heard me mentioning about, I have another channel set up. I'm planning to make videos, and they're gonna be like a web series of fingerboarding from A to Z set, if you want to, like where I'm gonna be starting off how to make the mold to make the fingerboard mold in, then how to make the fingerboard mold, then how to make put the wood in the mold, and I mean a complete how to do everything from the very bottom, what materials you're gonna need till you have a finished fingerboard deck, clear coated with graphics on. The only thing I can't do, someone asked me if I can show how to do trucks. I don't do trucks. Trucks are made on a factory or something like that. Sorry, I think I'm getting a cold. Stop it. But definitely trucks I don't do, and wheels I don't do. I only do the decks, guys. So for those of you who ask how do I do wheels, or where do I get my wheels from, or how do I get trucks, how do I make them or something like that, I only do decks. So now you know. But it's going to be like a web series. I don't know when I'm going to start it, but I'm going to try and film a couple of episodes to start with, so I'm a little bit ahead of plan, so I can make sure that there will be a video up like once every second week or something like that. So we'll start one and then go 2 weeks later, next video, 2 weeks later, third video. So that's how it's going to be. Or, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll change the plan maybe once a week or something like that. We'll just see. Alright guys, take good care. I love you all. Good night.